Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dearest brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to the New Muslim Academy and our series Islamic Morals, Manners and Etiquettes. I hope you've been enjoying the series thus far. It's a practical series and it entails things that we can immediately implement. And also it shows us, subhanAllah, the extent of Islam and the idea we've been sharing time and time again, that Islam isn't just a religion, it's an entire way of life. Let's continue on that theme, because Islam also teaches us how we should visit people we love. We've spoken about some etiquettes pertaining to this in terms of how to knock their door, how to stand at their door, and so on and so forth. But in today's episode, I want to zoom in a little bit more and talk about other related matters, such as, for example, when should we visit them? Can we just go at any time of the day and any time of the night? Well, Islam teaches us, and this is in the Quran, that we should not make it a point of visiting people during their periods of rest and their private periods, their private moments, unless it's an emergency, unless if there is an emergency. So no one should expect us at their place. We should have that consciousness that, you know what, it's a bit late to go visit them, or it's a bit early to go visit them. Or, for example, I know they've been working night shifts, so perhaps this is not the right time to go visit them. So this type of empathy, putting ourselves in other people's shoes, understanding this idea of what would constitute an inconvenience and what would constitute a convenience, this is part and parcel of the etiquettes when visiting somebody. So this is number one. Number two, after we've gone through all the etiquettes and we're in their private space and place, they've allowed us to enter their home, then Islam teaches us that we shouldn't just sit anywhere. We should wait to be directed where to sit. And the situation becomes even more dire if it's a case whereby you actually sit on their seat, the seat of the host, right? Your host, the owner of the home. So Islam says you shouldn't do this. So what is the best practice? The best practice is to wait to be seated, or to ask, is there any particular place I should be sitting? If they say no, you can sit anywhere. Then you say, oh, can I sit here? They say, okay, that's fine. That's beautiful. That's from the etiquettes of Islam. So Islam also teaches us this. Again, we might think this is such a small, tiny matter, but we have evidence about these things. We have lessons about these things. So this is another important point. The last point that I will share in this episode is the frequency of visits. What does Islam teach us about this? Well, Islam tells us that we should, let me mention 2 points. I know I said 1 point. The first point is the frequency. The frequency, Islam says that we shouldn't visit a person to the extent whereby we become a burden upon them. Yeah. So, it's constant. And now it's becoming, for them, a form of discomfort, an inconvenience, right? Because there's other things that they need to do and they can't do, because obviously when a guest comes, the guest has rights over the host. The host has to look after the guest. And perhaps in future episodes, we'll discuss the etiquettes that Islam teaches us with regards to being a host. So now the host naturally has to leave their routine, leave their norms, leave some important things that they need to get done to attend to the guest. If your visits are too frequent and it becomes an inconvenience whereby now the host cannot even take care of the basic necessities that their timetable demands, then Islam says this is being excessive and you shouldn't do this. So you should be conscious about the frequency of your visits. Now, I know I said 1 point, then I said make it 2 points, because the second point is connected to this as well. How long should we stay when we visit someone? Okay? We should be conscious about this as well. We should read the room, read the circumstance. Islam says, look at the room, look at the circumstance, see what's going on. If you can see that, okay, it looks like, you know what, they're going through some stuff, be conscious about it and, take permission to leave. Tell them I just came to see you just to make sure everything's okay. It's so nice to meet you. I was thinking about you. I thought, why don't I make salam? It's not a long visit today, it's just a 5-minute visit. So read the room. And even in normal circumstances, don't stay endlessly, because nobody, has a lifestyle whereby they can just be free 24/7 for everybody. Yeah. So be conscious. Okay, it's a Sunday, it's a weekend, but that doesn't mean you're going to stay the whole day. Be conscious about it. Half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on your norms. Your norms decide this, and the level of relationship that you have with the person decides this. So use these ideas to create for yourself an idea of what is suitable and what isn't suitable. And in the least, this is what Islam wants. Islam wants from us to have the etiquette of always thinking what is suitable and what isn't suitable. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.